Hey guys, Dakota here, and I'm here with Brad Grundy today. Brad, how you doing?
Good man, good. Training hard.
Training hard, hey. Um, I guess I'll just get started. I pretty much have a bunch of questions I'm gonna ask you, and if we deep dive into something, we deep dive into something. If we don't, we don't, and if we run out of time, I mean, it's all good, man. It's just nice to chat with you. Are you still in Florida?
Yeah, still in Florida. Finishing up. So I finished my college, and then I'm just waiting to hear from the med schools. See what happens.
Oh, good for you, man. That's super exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited. Hopefully, like I applied pretty late, so hopefully I don't have to spend a year and a half just arm wrestling. But either way, I'll be spending the next 6 months just training pretty much.
That's awesome, man. You're going to be a doctor and you want to be a trauma surgeon, correct?
That's the goal. Yeah.
I think that's kind of fitting that you want to be a surgeon, just because like when I watch you arm wrestle, it's very like strategic, a lot of technicalities with like and precise. You need to be very precise to be a surgeon. So to kind of jump along with that, with your training and techniques, do you like? Obviously, we all know you're a very smart guy, but how like when you break things down, like how in depth do you go normally? Like,
Yeah, so I've been messing with that. When I have everything dialed in, I think I actually get worse at teaching because things become like just so intuitive and so natural that taking someone from like ground zero to my move becomes very difficult.
yeah,
Yeah. So, and I figured that out like this last year because I had the back issues, I had all these different issues, and even like when I was at practice, I'd be doing flop wrist pressing, and like just having fun with it after I retired and stuff, and all that stuff like really threw my connection off to where I was like more comfortable hooking people than like top rolling, and I had to reteach myself a lot. And in that process, I realized I'm a horrible teacher because I couldn't even like reteach. I'd be like watching my old videos and like it made sense at the time, but then in hindsight, or after I got all messed up, I'm like, this is more confusing than I thought. And it was actually my buddy Daniel recently who just got me back into my move.
okay,
So this right here, like the thing Devin does, right?
yep,
I did it so naturally that I never even thought of it. But once I started hooking and flopping, like I really lost the ability to do this.
okay,
And
yeah,
the way it locks in your shoulder and lat allows you to pull with your chest and your lat in this pronated kind of way.
yeah.
And I just started doing it again. So I think if you see Brian Shaw's video, you might see a little of that. He's got
Okay,
a bunch
has
of
he
videos.
uploaded that yet?
No, we just pulled 2 or 3 days ago,
Okay.
and it wasn't like a serious match. It was a training match, but I felt like I was back to doing my move again. Just
That's awesome, man.
yeah.
Well, you kind of segued right into what I wanted to talk about. I mean, you're one of those guys who's trained with like a ton of people. Like, I guess, has there been anyone that you haven't trained with yet that you've wanted to?
Dude, yeah. And I was just thinking about this because of the post about John Brzenk, but on Facebook by Aussie Arm Wrestler.
Yeah.
I messaged John a few days ago. I'm like, I'm in Colorado. I know you're in Arizona. I'm happy to change my flight to like drop by and like pull with you. And I don't know if he's gonna come back, bro. I
Oh,
don't know.
really?
And I never got to arm wrestle him like in a practice and a match. And that was one of my goals is like all these, yeah, it's like a part of history, man. Like getting,
Yeah.
and even if no one sees it, like I just want to like be able to grab up with the guy and understand like this is what John is as like an arm wrestler.
Have you felt his hand even ever?
We like shook hands. And
Yeah,
that was
so I'm
that
the
was
same. I gripped up with him once, just like nice to meet you, and like jokingly grabbed it a little bit, but his thumb is
his
crazy,
thumb.
man.
Yeah, dude, his
Yeah,
thumb is like it starts like right here,
I
like the
know, it's
base of
nuts.
his thumb. His thumb pad is like huge.
Yeah,
Um,
no.
yeah, if I could have any match, it would be probably yeah, it'd have to be John, and then followed by Todd Hutchings because he's still in his prime. So that
That
would be
which is
awesome.
nuts, eh?
Yeah, it is nuts. Yeah.
Don't mind my light flickering in the back. I don't know why. I put new bulbs in this house and then it flickers on and off. But so how did things go with Brian? Like how long were you there for? What did you guys do?
Yeah, so Brian, it was great actually. It's probably the best practice I could have hoped for. So we drove from Vail, Colorado to his place, Estes, which is like, I think 3 hours or so. Me and a buddy, Stephen Newman, who you will see in the video. But we hooked up with them, and I mean, for like the first hour and a half of practice, no one even pulled. We just like, yeah, I don't know if people are scared to pull or what, but we just like talked about like concepts and like technique and stuff. Then slowly, I think I built up his trust, like, because when you hear a new guy talk, like, I'm not sure if Brian knows me at all. I'm sure he was a little skeptical of like anything I said.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair.
So I kept it pretty basic, just like posture things, and then I kind of like proved, when you go to practice and you kind of like prove like,
You earned your keep a little bit.
yeah, a little
Yeah.
bit, yeah, I kind of proved that. Then I had him do like small things that he would feel immediately. So like for instance, he was way too bent over.
Oh yeah,
He's so tall, right?
he's so tall.
So tall.
Yeah.
So I just had him put his left foot like directly under himself. Maybe I can show you real fast. Yeah, I can't really.
No, it's okay.
Just going straight down versus like leaning, right? Mm-hmm. And for top rolling, that like will make or break someone's technique. If you're leaning over, you no longer have the proper ability to do this, and you almost have to like shoot your shoulder in front just to get this angle. And you see these guys like they'll shoot their arm way in front, then they get stuck pronating because their elbow's too far in front, and they get in these stupid battles. Where meanwhile, if you just do this right here, you'll just crush the guy.
Well, I guess for people that don't know, I've been to well, your parents' house. That's
Yeah.
where I was, right? That was your parents' house?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. And we sat on the table and talked technique for like an hour or something. So at least these concepts that you're explaining fully make sense to me because I've ran through them with you. But they're very good overviews of things to understand because there's things, at least for me, I'd been pulling for 3 years at the time and I'd never been really shown anything like that. I think that's why it's fun to talk to you and train with you because I think you do something that a lot of people don't do. Like people introduce new concepts. Like I guess a funny example is like Devin being like, "Oh, train the thumb," or Devin being like, do the pronated lift. But I think your concepts are something that you introduce to people and you show them on the table and it directly it like shows right there what's
yeah.
going on. And like you were just saying with Brian, you probably showed him something, it immediately clicked, therefore you earned respect in a sense for him to want to listen to you a little more.
Exactly. Yeah. So there's like obviously, but I think this needs to be said. There's like personal truths almost to a style. Like Devin's pronation thing is 100% true for him, right? But it doesn't mean it's true for every athlete. Then there's also more objective truths that will be true for almost any athlete doing a certain thing. And that leg thing and just staying, more straight up is almost always true for top roll.
Yeah.
And there's always exceptions to things, but I would say like 95% of the time, you do not want to be hunched over when you're top rolling.
Yeah, for sure. It's like Curry in basketball, like Steph Curry. He
Yeah.
has things with his 3-pointer that he can do that no other athlete can do. But then there's also things that you do to teach anyone to shoot a 3-pointer.
Exactly. But America's missing that. I think like you go to these clubs in Georgia, Russia, wherever, and these guys, they have like a very system. It almost is too systematic, but it does help because like it's very standard. It's very like this is the basic stuff you have to do to get to where you want to be. In America, you just look at our top athletes like Devin, Michael, Jerry. Like it's the most unorthodox. Like Jerry got oppressed because he carried concrete like this. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
the reason like these guys, it's insane and it's amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
But I do think for most athletes, you need some kind of like orthodox background, and then from there you find your own thing. Even Devin was orthodox. Michael's been crazy forever.
Yeah,
But,
that's true.
Yeah, the bicep thing. But yeah, once you find your like, this is like what's the orthodox base. Like this is how you top roll. This is how you properly hook, which most Americans don't know. Then you find like what makes you special, because you have to be special to be at the top. So like maybe you have a really good riser and a really good posting top roll. Maybe you have like a really good flop press or something, right? But at least understanding like this is why this works and this is how this works is super important.
Yeah, I completely agree, and I actually really like something that you said there. But Devin, like, because I've actually said this in a ton of interviews that I do. My people that watch me all the time are probably sick of hearing it, but people are like, I want to pull like Devin, and it's like you're watching 2025 Devin, and you've
Yeah.
been pulling for 2 years. Go watch like 2005 Devin. Like he was orthodox, and he developed where he is right now.
Yeah.
Like it comes with time. But I'll let you finish up your point, and then we'll go back to talking Brian before we get too far.
And not to like stay on Devin too much, because I think Devin does everything close to perfect for his as an athlete. No one does everything perfectly, but he's pretty close. But I think anyone who's trying to copy Devin, like, look at yourself. Like, do you have a similar build to Devin? Do you have like the same tools he has? Like, why is Devin winning, and why are you not winning? And a lot of guys just go like, oh, I just need to pronate more on his lift, and that's not. They're missing big parts of why Devin is what he is. The setup is huge. The ability to keep his hands higher than his opponents is huge. There's a bunch of things people miss. Yeah. And I think if you're built different, you should look for someone more like your size to copy. Like if you want to be an open top roller, really you need a king's move, I think. But you could look at someone like Saveton, right? Crazy George.
Yeah.
If you are a smaller guy. Yeah, these are the guys you would look to. But also realize there's no elite arm wrestlers who have an open top roll but don't have a king's move. I don't think there's one.
Yeah, and that's fair. And I mean, like you just said and touched on, like that's another reason why I really wanted to kind of pick your brain when I met you for the first time. Well, first off, because I saw your success against Matt, and I pull Matt almost as much as anyone, so that was quite amazing to me. But also because our builds aren't too far off.
Yeah.
Like I don't weigh as much as you, but structurally, I think we're pretty close.
Yeah.
I didn't mean that in a bad way. That's just true.
I mean, is your arm? Do you mind lifting your arm up to the camera?
Yeah.
Like you have, I would say, not quite as good rising a wrist as me.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that's where I lack more than anything. I need to just work on it.
Yeah.
See, actually, it's funny you say that because I am like a pronation heavy base puller because usually the first thing to go is my rise. People say I low hand all the time. I'm like, I'm not low handing. I'm trying to go high, but I just end up there because the pronation stays.
Well, one big thing we may have touched on this, but you don't want to lock your rise ever. Maybe if you're hooking actually, but not for top rolling.
Yeah.
Because if you lock it, it's just like locking a lat row, where this is the weakest part of your movement, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like I can't pull any more. It's hard to even hold this, right?
Yeah.
I'm way stronger out here. So really, your riser, if you watch Travis and stuff, it'll lock in better like this.
100%.
So not up like this, but actually like this is going to lock it in and almost through the bottom. Then you don't have to rise your opponent with your wrist. Just the elbow position is going to change from, here to here.
Yeah. Hence why when we watch you pull like against like the Phillips and all those guys, like even if it wasn't fully successful, you can see where your elbow setup is and your goal and what you're trying to attain with keeping everything connected.
Yeah. I mean, the part I had with Philip was I was very, and same with some other matches. Like after Matt, everything kind of got not quite as clean. But with Matt, if you watch it, I'm doing a lot of like this right here, where this ability is strong.
Yeah.
And that stabilizes me being able to go down right here. Stabilizes not only center, but also like it takes away from his hammer curl. So if I can come right here, my arm won't be lifted off the pad. But since I lost that, you'll watch my matches, my arm just gets like thrown off the pad.
Yeah, because everything's locked. In a way, or no?
No, so it wasn't properly locked.
Oh, okay.
It just gets like there's no tension downwards.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
When I go up, I just kind of go like that.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, the whole point of my move was I first lock this, then I rise. So I lock him down first, and then I. But it is what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah, we'll touch on the Matt match in a little bit because I do have some questions about that. But finish up your Brian talk here.
His flop press is already there. It would be scary to have a guy at Brian's length just hooking you in. That being said, I don't think it's optimal for Brian hooking. I wanted him a more posting top roll because his arm isn't that long actually. It's a little longer than mine actually. It's like mine's
interesting.
Yeah, mine's not long either. So his is relatively pretty short for super heavyweight, especially when you look at like the ideal or his in-state competition, which is Leovan, Vitali, maybe Kardeccia, right? These kind of guys. His arm is not very long. So I would told him like, hey, you really should be doing a more posting top roll.
Well, with that arm length, it would benefit him.
What's up?
Doing the posting top roll, would it not?
Yeah.
But not having a crazy long arm, right?
Exactly. Yeah. And it would counter a lot of guys. It would counter Vitali, I think. It would counter people like Leovan eventually, I think. Because if you can't low hand Leovan, you can't hook Leovan really.
No.
And even posting top roll is going to be hard, but it wouldn't be like an Hermes posting top roll where Leovan could just smack him. It would be a more, more locked in posting top roll.
Yeah.
But regardless, we worked on some things, and he's a super quick guy. So like most guys, and I think this is because they have bad habits. Like most guys take a while for anything I say to even like register. Ryan within 10 minutes is already getting a lot better results top rolling. So
Nice.
yeah, and I don't want to take credit for it. Brian's just like a very, very intelligent, very grounded guy. So some of these bodybuilder guys you talk to, like, you'll watch the words just kind of like go out, and like they'll just muscle everything. He's actually the opposite. So I was impressed.
That's interesting, and it makes you just it kind of reiterates all his success in the long run, right? Like I think it's all those pieces that kind of come together that really shows he's probably why he is where he is.
Yeah.
And it's cool to see that he's training with guys like you. He's had Devin out there. He's had Hutchings out there. I think it shows the seriousness, and I think it shows that he's willing to learn, and he's also like he's not afraid to learn. Like you see some guys who maybe only want to learn from one person or one coach because they may get thrown off from too much information. But he seems like like you said, he's grounded enough that he's taking it all in, and he's kind of still developing his own path, which is exciting.
Yeah, and he's also pretty, like, this goes hand in hand with him being intelligent. He's pretty skeptical also. Like, you have to prove something's going to work to him before he'll even consider it. Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. And then you just practice pulled him a little bit?
Yeah, we had a little practice pool. Then, I mean, it was out of the straps and then in the straps, but I'm not sure, like, it's practice, right? So it was mostly just, like, me trying to prove, like, hey, like, my move is real, and, like, this is why you should consider, like, doing some of these things. But he felt strong, but he just has a tendency to hang on, right?
Yeah.
And not even hang on in, like working a hook or something, just kind of like hanging on and kind of mashing the guy. So I don't think that's viable at a certain level. Even if you are Brian Shaw. Yeah. So I do want him to work with the strap more, and hopefully I'll be back up there to train with him. I think I might be going skiing again, so we'll see.
Are you ski lots?
Not lots. I used to, but I was supposed to go this past week, but there was no snow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know. We didn't
That'll happen. You should come up to Canada, man. Like actually, outside my door right now, there's like 4 feet of snow. Like we've had the most snow we've had in Alberta in a long time.
Oh, that's heartbreaking. We had 0. I'll show you a photo real fast. It was depressing, bro.
Yeah, we went. My dad and I went skidooing, and in one of the ditches we were in, my skidoo got stuck, and I jumped off, and I was waist deep in snow.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, crazy amount this year.
This was. Can you see that?
Yeah.
It's just no snow at all.
There's no snow at all.
Horrible.
Well, you're in the heat all the time, so you want to come to the cold. I'm in the bliss. Like it's -4 Fahrenheit where I am right now.
Dude, it's like 80 degrees outside right now.
Oh, I'm jealous. But while we're on the topic of, I guess, athletes and stuff, and we talked about them already, but I've heard you say before, like your prep with Matt Mask was pretty much like, would you say would you want to be at that point pulling anyone, basically?
Yeah, I mean, you always want to improve, right? So I'd hope I'd be at least at that point.
Yeah.
And it sucks when you feel like you're not at the point you want to be. But that was also the best point, not only as like an individual, but also like specifically for Matt, Daniel Price.
Yep.
Like he's a very, not 100% similar, but a pretty similar hand. And I just worked with him for like 3 months straight. And it was like, it felt like I was just going through the same practice as always.
Okay, well that's perfect. It's nice when you have teammates like that, man. That's one thing I attribute a lot of. Like, I'm not crazy successful yet, but I feel like for the amount of time I've been pulling, I've had good success, and I do attribute that to just going around, seeing a lot of different hands. But like, I got Sean, of course. I got Sean. I got Matt. I got all these guys I train with all the time that are no slouches for sure. So. Yeah.
I would say that's probably your. I mean, John says that too. Like your teammates are your training equipment. It's probably the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. You also travel a lot, right?
Oh, quite a lot. Like, I mean, I saw you in Colorado, saw you in Florida. I've been to Istanbul once. I was there for East versus West 10, and then I went to King of the Table 10. I was in Texas for East versus West 15 or something. I've been to like probably 5 or 6.
I mean, that's the best way to like not have to do hard lessons. Like, it would suck to have to learn a lesson by losing in the match. Like, you want to learn the lesson in practice and pulling people. So.
Yeah, well, that's why I go jump in those tournaments. Like, I actually really surprised myself in Texas, and I lost first match B-side. I was like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Worked my way up to 5th place out of, like, there's a huge tournament. There's, like, 30 guys in the 98s. And I was like, oh, like, I'm starting to get to a decent point at least, so.
Okay, yeah, and Texas is pretty competitive. Who won the 98s? Was it Caleb Ricks or?
It was some guy who came with Prudnick, and he killed everybody. And then I think Daniel Mosier got second, and then I think Dustin DeWoody got third.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I lost to Dustin in the fifth, fourth match, and then he pulled and he beat somebody else, and then he lost to Daniel Mosier.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Daniel's solid.
yeah.
Yeah, he's
I didn't
not
get to grip up with him, but he's good. So
He used to beat Corey West. I think he beat Corey West like 4 times between 2020 and 2022 or something.
wow, yeah. Well, I've watched his old matches. He's no slouch for sure. But yeah, and so from where like I know you're kind of had your time off a little bit, and then you had some other things going on that you kind of weren't arm wrestling as seriously, but you're coming back now. That's fair to say.
Yeah.
And so from where you were at kind of when you pulled Matt and when you were getting ready to kind of now, how much more do you think you have to go, or do you think you're there, or what's kind of
I think hopefully by Wallace Dilly I'll be there. I did get a little bit of a wrist injury just being stupid at practice.
so where's yours injured? I'm actually healing a wrist right now too.
Right here, so whenever I do push,
Right in the top?
yeah. Can you do push-ups or no?
No, it hurts. And I can't bend it this way.
Yeah,
It hurts.
yeah, same
And
way.
when you push right here, it
Yeah.
hurts.
Yeah. So my doctor's worried it's like because it's been a month and week for me. How long has it been for you?
I'm on 2 weeks.
Okay, I'm on like a month and a half almost.
Okay, but I woke up, mine felt much better today. So,
Okay, I won't jinx you then.
yeah.
Have you seen the rehab protocols they have?
No.
Okay, so I don't have a band with me right now, but if you have a band, I'll use this sock.
Okay.
I just got back from Colorado, so I got all my laundry right here.
Yeah, no worries.
You would tie it this way, right?
Yeah.
Lower this. You put your hand down, and the band would be pulling against you, right?
Yeah.
And it's going to have way less pain when you push down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when you do a push-up, right?
Yeah.
Normally the pain, when you have this pulling back,
No
it
pain.
mitigates a lot of that. But the issue is, it seems like you're working around the injury. Like, I've been doing that, and it hasn't really been curing the injury. It's
Oh,
kinda
see,
showing
I
me-
went different. I went different route. Sorry, you finish.
Okay. Oh, are you doing rice bucket, or what have you been doing?
I actually just have been like so for me particularly I noticed when I was cupped a little bit and I would rise my knuckles like this, I get the pain in there as well. So I actually just put the band right around here and I would cup and I would just make that motion until like it has like flare ups for me particularly.
Okay.
Like I guess I might have a cord to kind of show it with, but I would just like literally run the band off like right here and I would just
Yeah.
go like this very slowly because that's where my pain was. And then I actually the one thing that made it feel the best for me is I was at the gym and I just grabbed 12.5 pound weights and I just did rotations like this.
I might need to do that, bro, because I can't
Yeah.
pronate really.
No, you can't pronate. It's
No.
weird, but like for me, just giving it because I don't know what yours was like, but when I would squeeze and then I would go to bend my wrist, it would like crackle for some reason. Whereas open,
It just looks like it's dislocated mine a little bit.
okay,
Like, it
but
looks
yeah,
different.
because Sean grabbed mine and he's like, oh yeah, that feels weird. He's like, it almost feels like there's fluid in there. So, but yeah, I went the route of just like light cupping. Like I went until it felt like it was gonna flare up, and then I gave it rest. But it bugged me for like 2 weeks, and thankfully, like I would say, I was able to cup like almost 20%. But now I can like almost like this is feeling pretty good today. Knock on wood. So
Yeah, my cupping's back. It's just my pronation, like through the thumb, is gone. So like me and Schoolboy pulled, and he has pronation injury too.
Yeah.
So like I was thinking like, okay, classic top roll. Then we just we both can't pronate. So we both just went in a hook, and it was kind of retarded. But yeah, I was a bit upset about that because I think I'm in pretty good shape. My arm's in great shape, but like if you lose the ability to pronate, any kind of hook match becomes, with my style, just like stupid.
yeah, I completely agree. I was also frustrated. I'm fortunate. Like my next big match is on the left arm, and my left arm is like again, knock on wood, feeling stellar. But I know what you're talking about. It's funny that we have the same one because I was talking to people and they're like, "Oh, your wrist pain down here." I'm like, "No." Like the way I explain to people is right where almost like a watch head would go.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
And I think mine follows, so like that middle finger tendon or whatever.
Yeah,
it goes
yeah.
right there. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Like it comes off the middle finger and then right in here is
Yeah.
pain. Yeah,
I looked at the name of the like the small bone and ligament in there, but it's something, and it's pretty common for the push up.
Okay. Well, I was going to talk about this later, but we'll segue into it because we kind of already did. But for you, when you're dealing with injuries, you kind of just talked about this one. But what do you do for like rehab? And I know on Aussies, you talked about a little bit of not you didn't talk about peptides, but you said you think there's some good ones. Is that
Yeah.
something that you would do for healing?
You know what? I'm trying not to do anything since I guess I had that whole 10-day thing where I told you about this. I had
Yes.
10 days where I tried steroids, and before that I had UCL injuries. If you can kind of see that,
Yeah.
and an ankle injury surgery at the same time. And I had tried like pretty much every peptide out there. So like local growth hormone, low dose growth hormone, like everything to like get healthy again. And funny enough, like the doctor who saw me like also sees baseball players, and he's like, "You probably should take some growth hormone." Like just Florida docs do not care. But I
Yeah, it's a little
tried.
different up here.
Yeah, yeah. Some of the stuff is healthy though. So like BPC is healthy, I
Yeah.
think, at least for like a month or so. TB is a little more risky, but still pretty healthy. And I mean, I would like to have more kind of studies in longevity for this kind of stuff, but it looks like it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Right now, I just take MSM and some other like basic things like supercesis and fish oil and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't not recommend peptides. I'm just not taking anything at the moment.
Yeah, no, fair enough, right? No, I get what you're saying, but yeah, no, that makes sense. And then, do you do like like you obviously research the bones and stuff? Do you research the injury and kind of try and get an understanding of what's going on so you can fix it?
Yeah, but a lot of guys do like a lot of these videos are like studies. They're not trying to like be a pro arm wrestler, right? So you have to like
That's true.
yeah. So like some of these are like the push up thing I was talking about. Like they just want to go back to doing push ups. They don't even care that the wrist is injured.
Yeah,
So they're just like mitigating their injury by like you know what I mean having the band, but it's
yeah,
not fixing the wrist really.
100%. No, I agree.
Yeah, and it's a very annoying because like no one has the same priorities as us. Like no one wants
Yeah,
to top roll or not be top rolled, um, or whatever. Yeah, so I kind of I take like general truths. So like isometrics, they have a lot of evidence that for tendon health, it's like the best thing you can do. So if you've seen like the partial body weight hangs rock climbers do,
yes,
okay, yeah. So like that 20% of the stretch in the tendon, 20% of your max is
yeah,
considered like the healthiest thing to do for tendon health and growth because there's no catabolic effect. And it's
okay,
enough to get blood flowing in there. So like recently, yeah, so what I've been doing recently is like something like a 20%, let's say cup, right?
yep,
20% and you hold it for like half a minute, and you could do 10 sets of those or whatever you want to do.
yep,
I think if you don't have an injury and you're just focused on growth, you'd probably raise the percentage.
yeah, that makes
The
sense.
muscle, yeah, actually gets stimulated a little bit. But for just recovery, they say 20%. I say.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, no, I would recommend trying that pronation just light with the band. I know it can be tough, but I know for me personally, with how my wrist was, it was giving me giving me grief, and I was like, I don't know what to do, and I was like, I told myself I would give 3 days where I kind of attacked it head on and like made it maybe flare a little bit to try and promote blood flow or something, and I actually saw great success. So
Okay, yeah, I'll try it. Okay.
yeah. Yeah, so we covered recovery. I guess on the topic of injuries, what do you think about Levan's injury?
So I heard it was what a tendon muscle tear,
Yes.
and that's usually bad because that won't. They can't do surgery on that, and that's usually a pretty rough one to deal with. But I also heard it was minor. I'm not sure
Yeah.
if you know about that, but
I didn't hear it was minor. I didn't hear an update, so yeah.
if it's not minor, then that's really bad. If it is minor, then you know it should be fine. But that's kind of like the worst place. You'd rather have like a ligament one, I think,
Yeah.
or just a muscle tear, like a normal muscle. Um, but yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm a bit worried. I mean, really, it's going to kind of taint his next few matches if he loses, right?
Yeah.
No one's going to take him seriously. You know what I mean? It's not going to be like a real win. I feel like.
It's tough either way because like it could be legacy busting, and it could always lead to that what like if Levant comes back and does lose or isn't at the level that we thought he should be,
Yeah.
people are going to be like, well, like, and if Devin comes and beats Leovan eventually, then it's like, well, he didn't beat Leovan, or if Vitaly, you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
I know. Despite Devin
Michael's
having like
pushed.
his own tears with like I think Devin tore his bicep right with Levan.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's hard to even analyze because everyone has injuries. So
it's true. Very true. Yeah, Michael Todd's pushing hard for a match with Leovan, hey?
I know. Yeah, yeah.
He's like
He's been
going
pushing
crazy.
hard for a while though. It's been like what 6 years now.
Yeah, no, I thought that was funny. I guess while we're on the topic of East versus West, we'll cover Devin and Vitaly left and right. We got
Yeah.
to talk about it quick. What do you think?
I think Devin wins. I think there's a 50% chance Devin wins both arms.
Both arms. So you think
Yeah.
he has an equal chance on both arms?
Yeah, I didn't like the way Vitaly's wrist keeps going in all his matches.
Yeah, especially like I know Devin's not Morozov, but like just kind of the direction that match kind of went makes you wonder.
Yeah, and I mean Devin might have a better risk taking ability than Morozov.
That's fair, but does Devin have? Yeah, it's tricky. Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes
Yeah.
sense actually.
I mean, I still think Vitaly could beat him left. I just don't think it's like anything more than 50-50 really.
Yeah, fair enough. So you don't think Devin has a better chance of beating him on the right arm?
Well, no, I think if Devin wins the left, let's say it's 50-50, right?
Yeah.
There's no way he loses the right.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I could definitely. I mean, actually, I don't see how Vitaly would win the right. Actually, because
I actually, I don't either. Like, even I don't know where Jerry's at right now.
yeah,
So that kind of threw things. It was interesting because, like, I was like you beforehand. I actually thought Jerry had a lane, but it kind of was interesting. And then seeing how Jerry and Camille went as well kind of changed my opinion on things again.
yeah.
But I think Devin on the right it's tough.
The Jerry Camille match is just so weird to me. The fact that Camille didn't pin him when Jerry was King's moving. I mean, like, so many guys have better top rolls than Jerry is. Camille, I don't know where Camille's at, honestly.
That's weird, right? I agree because like I know Devin was saying on the commentary like Jerry used to top roll, he's got a King's move and stuff, but it makes you wonder like you know what I mean? Yeah.
I have felt Jerry's top roll. Jerry does not have a top roll. Jerry, it's like this BS. Like I don't know how to even explain it, but yeah, it'd be like a Devin flop versus press. It's not a real move.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. And then while we're on East versus West, how are you feeling about kind of the current state of things? Like I don't want to get into political, but just
Yeah,
like
yeah, sure.
what are you kind of feeling about it? Like how do you like where it's going?
Yeah, I do. I want to go East versus West again, but I'm kind of in a weird spot where I had a really bad last match. Then I'm ranked 2 behind John Brzenk in America at 240. So there's not really anywhere to go for me. And I won one of the East versus West tournaments. You were there for that.
I was there. You pulled Bellin. We'll talk about that too. Don't worry.
Okay, so I'm kind of in a weird spot where I don't think I've proven myself to them, but I also don't know what to do to prove myself. Like there's nowhere to go.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start going overseas and stuff and doing whatever I can.
Yeah, I got one more question about East versus West, and then we'll jump into I call them your side quest matches. That's
Yeah.
what you called them in your video.
That's only because the main quest is obviously becoming number 1.
Yeah,
And
for
they're
sure.
not at East versus West, these matches, so that's why they're inherently side quests. But
Yeah. No, that's great. If you were in charge at East versus West, if they called you up and said, "Hey, Brad, you're the man. We need some changes to be made." What's one change you would make?
I think our sport, more than any other sport, even jiu-jitsu, has the ability for a lighter guy to destroy a bigger guy.
Yeah.
And I think that looks amazing on television. Like with Todd Hutchings and John versus Corey West. Those are some of like the greatest matches ever, I think.
Yeah.
Like John came back from that. And
Well, sorry. Go.
I mean, if you had that on like production TV, that would look, and even like with the quality they had, it looked insane. But like a really like high quality like John versus Corey would look nuts. And you could do that with so many athletes. Like Daniel Prokopchuk could like throw some people off. Angert Bayev wanted to pull Corey West. Like there's a lot of matches you could do that'd be awesome.
Well, I don't think I can say anything on air, but I'll tell you something cool afterwards about something like that. That's actually coming. It's coming. I
Okay,
think it'll
it's
be
coming
interesting.
to East versus West, or where's it coming to?
It won't be East versus West.
Okay.
I'm not going to say where just because the match hasn't been announced yet, and I know stuff I probably shouldn't say, and I don't want to get in trouble. But
Yeah, no worries.
I'm going to write it down right now just so that we talk about it after.
Yeah. But there are so many cool matches like that.
And I completely agree. And it's funny you said that because I was thinking about this today when I was at work. And it's just like we kind of hold ourselves to these weight classes for like when we're getting to the elite level, which I think makes sense. But I think there's a lot of room for maybe promoters who aren't, determining who's number one in the world
Yeah.
to be like, let's do some things. Well, I guess one I can talk about that is announced for sure is I don't know how this match is going to go personally, but Sanders is pulling Warzinski.
Okay. Really?
That's the main event at the Armbender that I'm going to be at.
Armbender. What league is that?
So it's called the Montana Armbender.
Yeah.
A guy named Josh Wilson hosts it. You should actually check out last year's one if they didn't. It was RVJ and Sanders last year. I don't know if you saw that
I
match.
saw that, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's good production quality and everything. He does a great job, but it's a couple guys, you know what I mean? Like Warzinski's a little bit smaller, pulled I
Yeah.
think 98s in WAF. Sanders, bigger guy, but they're letting Warzinski bulk up for it, and he's game. So
Is that 105 kilo or what's the?
yeah, I think it's 105.
Okay, that is interesting.
Yeah,
That's actually very. Because I don't think Saunders can top roll Adam.
yeah.
Saunders always finds himself in a hook, so I'm actually very interested to see how that plays out.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you're interested because when he announced it, he was getting flamed a little bit, and he's like, "Guys, trust the process," kind of thing.
Well, who
But
got flamed for it?
well, Josh Wilson is the guy who set up the match,
Oh,
and some
oh,
people
so
are
he's
like,
gonna
"Oh,
miss the match?
Sanders is gonna kill him."
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I mean, like Saunders, he should kill him, but I think stylistically, it's kind of an awkward match for Saunders. He likes hooking top rolls. It seems like.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. We'll see.
Okay, we'll go back to that talk in a bit, but I want to get onto your side quests.
Yeah.
So I mean, I in my notes here, like I watched your video and wrote them all down. But you called out New Zealand champ, you called out Mike Ford, Wallace Dilly, the Korean champ. His name is it G?
Ji Hunmin.
Hamin, yeah, okay. Lars, you said you'd take John on for the number one if he's coming back. Terrence Opperman,
Yeah.
Riekert Bor, like there's so many guys. But it when you talked in the video, it sounds like you kind of had that mostly scheduled out in a sense, and you're just kind of going to go and
Yeah.
attain them.
Some of it was more scheduled than others. So like Matarangi, I hadn't even talked to.
Yeah.
I wanted to go to New Zealand. My family's there, and like we had talked in the past about possibly doing a match. However, I hit him up, and I haven't. Maybe he didn't see it, but I haven't got a response yet. So maybe that's off the table. Maybe he didn't like the whole side quest, verbiage. But whatever.
You should.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say you should edit yourself as like Thanos, and then you could have like the gauntlet, and then like everyone you beat, you could like put the color of the flag in your gauntlet.
Or just like a little AI face of them or something.
Yeah, yeah, literally.
Yeah. But I'll reach back out to Matarangi. I'll see. But really, I want to do this thing where I go to Arm Wars. Then I am pulling. I already told you I'm pulling Terrence Opperman there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then I'll kind of make my way through Europe and Asia and pull all these different people. Because I don't really need more than like a week of rest after a match to pull the next match. Because there's no cycling for me, right? So I can
Yeah,
just
that's
literally
fair.
Pull, take a week off, break, and then pull again. And that's when I want to get like Lars. I want to get me and Jihan Min are talking right now. And that's getting figured
Yep.
out. Then me and Mike Ford have pretty much already agreed to have the match.
Perfect.
Yeah. So I'll kind of run through, Malaysia, Korea. I would love to pull Yoshi Kanai. I don't think he's in the quest, so that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Even training.
That's almost main quest territory. Actually, that is main quest
Yeah.
territory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, so is I think like Terrence Opperman is no joke.
No, I agree.
Yeah. And it might be harder for me, Terrence, because his hook is really good. And for me, like King's Move is the easiest thing ever. Like I love pulling King's Movers, so I think
Yeah.
Yoshi would be easier than Terrence actually.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. What was it though? Then I have
You got Wallace Dilly in March, don't you?
Wallace Dilly in March. Yep. And that's will be a good test to see if I'm ready for the rest of these guys.
Yeah. No, that's exciting. And so I know you're kind of in that dull spot. Like we'll talk main quest, side quest because like it's fun. But for main quest right now, like if you got something on East versus West, would you want like a Reichard Borman or?
Yeah.
And so are you super or 242 right now?
I'm about 255 right now. So
Okay.
I can make whatever.
Whatever.
I can make 230 as well. I would
I've
love,
seen it.
yeah.
I've seen it. Yeah.
And I had one bad weight cut, but for the most part, it's not too bad. Um, but yeah, Todd Hutchings would obviously be the goal, I think, at this point.
Okay.
And it's weird because I'm practicing with him in like 2 weeks from now. But I'm
Nice.
not sure. I don't think he cares too much either way.
No, he's a chill guy. He's actually such a chill guy.
I love Todd. He's
Yeah,
one of
he's
my
awesome.
favorite. Yeah. But except for Todd, I think who would be my goal? Maybe Yoshi Kanai. He's
Yoshi.
also old school. But he's 95, isn't he? Or is he 105?
He is 90.
Was Patriot
No.
105? I don't know. Let me look it up real
Trying
quick.
to think now. Yeah, pull it up if you want. I guess while you're looking that up, if East versus West offered you an in-between match, like something
Yeah.
where you're like, you would take it?
Oh, 100%. But I don't think sorry, not Rickard. I don't think Robert and Dexter think I'm that good right now because
Okay.
they were saying Leonidas is too much for me. Henry told me.
Did you wait? Oh, I
I
want to
don't
talk
watch
about
it
Mac.
really well. What's up?
I want to talk about Mac too eventually. But did you pull Curtis Cameron when you were out?
No, we never got to pull me and Curtis, unfortunately.
Because they just announced he's on the next East versus West.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Good for. I'm not sure who he's pulling though. Is he pulling?
Let me
European,
look.
probably?
Yeah, it is European.
Yeah.
I'll pull it up here. Oh, sick! I can talk about this now too. My match just got announced for the Armbender. I'm pulling a guy named Brian Johnson. 9 minutes ago, it got posted finally.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's awesome, man.
Um,
Brian Johnson, is he Canadian or?
no, he's an American.
That's good.
He's been pulling a long time. He's like, don't get me wrong, he used to be crazy, crazy. Like I wouldn't even be close. He
Yeah.
actually beat John Brzenk on the left arm one time.
Dude.
Like freak level. But
You're
that
pulling
was
him
that
right,
was.
right? You're not pulling him left, are you?
I'm pulling him left.
What?
Yeah, I'm pulling him left.
Dude. Why?
Because I'm telling you, the level's not like I say that to hype it up, but like in reality, the level's not. He's not at that level anymore.
How old is he?
I don't know. I want to say. I actually don't want to disrespect him because I don't know his age.
You already
I
are.
want to say like late
You're
40s.
calling him washed up and now old, so.
No, I'm not saying he's washed. I'm just saying like. Well, a good example is he actually just arm wrestled a guy recently, and his name was Dalton, and I've pulled Dalton on the left before,
Yeah.
and Dalton 3-0'd Brian.
Okay.
So like it's not I like
Got
that I
it,
say
got
that
it.
and it sounds very crazy, but it's not. Like he's had a lot of time off and stuff kind of thing.
Okay. And he's,
But yeah,
he's 198, or what are you guys doing at?
we'll be 220. I get to
Okay.
bulk up a little bit.
Yeah. That'll be
So yeah,
fun.
that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Shoot, where was I
Is
going?
Curtis though? How does he do with Josh?
So Josh beat Curtis at Nationals.
Pretty recently, then.
That would have been actually that was a year ago now. I would like to see them pull right now. But Josh beat him twice. He beat him to get A
Josh
side
was
and then he
number 3 in Canada then.
Well, here's the thing though, Rick Heidenbrick beat Josh twice.
Okay.
They pulled and Josh got the first 2 wins like easily and then he gassed out and Rick tired him out and then they pulled again like so they did that at Mac, the first Mac, and then they pulled again on an actual like not I shouldn't say actual table but like
Yeah,
a
I know
WAP
what you mean,
table.
though. Yeah.
And same exact thing. Josh like steamrolled him twice. Like in a tournament I think Josh would steamroll him, but then he lost his tank again.
Okay. I mean, I've pretty much beaten all of Canada at this point, right? I'm undefeated against.
He's got to be Devin
Matt.
and you.
Well, I haven't pulled Devin yet, but yeah, I'm not going to pull Devin anytime soon. Matt, Rick Heidelbrecht, Josh. I think the last guy is just Pork Chop, right?
Yeah, I like
You beat BLM too.
you
I've
beat
gotten your
BLM
whole-
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
You beat BLM's good arm too, right? His left. So
I feel like every time I beat a Canadian, they're always like, "There's one more of you guys waiting to. You got to beat Pork Chop." No,
do
I
it quick.
wouldn't-
I'm coming. Do it quick. I'm sure Sean will be calling you out soon too.
Yeah, Sean might be. Yep. As long as he puts money in the line, I'm cool with it.
Yeah. Well, he's. Oh, well, I guess people probably don't know this fun story. So when Brad was pulling Matt, Sean and I were there in Matt's corner, and Sean bet $1,000. Who did he bet it against? Was that 2,000?
I think it was 2. Yeah.
Oh, because he did 1,000 against you and 1,000 against someone else, right?
I think it was just 2000 against me. Maybe I'm forgetting.
Oh no. Okay, maybe it was 2000. I can remember. But yeah, and then I remember round one when like you got the stop. I like looked at Sean. I was like, "Oh, I hope he's not grumpy for the rest of the trip."
I mean, I think Sean was telling me the only reason Matt lost is because he put money on him. That's like his like.
Yeah, Sean has a few superstitions there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's so funny.
I mean,
Oh man,
I would pull Matt again. It seems like I don't know. Matt been doing pretty well? Right hand. I know left hand he's been doing great.
left hand he's been doing great. He beat Ungerbayev
Right hand. Oh, he
and
did. Yeah. Yep. Yep.
killed Ungerbayev,
Yeah.
but then Philip, Philip did what
Yeah. I
Philip
was
did in
there for
Colorado.
Philip. I was there for Philip.
You
And
were in
Philip.
Philip's corner, weren't you?
Oh yeah, I was. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
I
I
remember
remember
all
that.
that. Yeah.
Yeah,
And you were in the other corner. We were kind of doing
yeah,
things.
yeah,
Little icon.
stare down. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was good.
But I think Philip is injured right now. He was on a crazy.
Yeah, his wrist as well, right? What's up
I
with
think it's
this?
very serious too.
Oof. Yeah, that's
Like,
unfortunate.
yeah, style changing, and he just figured out his style, I think, perfectly. So it kind of sucks to see a guy like I think his potential was insane, and now he's gonna have to refigure himself out. We'll see how that goes. Me and Philip also might pull.
Oh, again?
Yeah,
You're on a redemption arc, aren't
I
you?
am under. I went undefeated for like 3 years, and then I just had 2 bad matches, and now I'm back to redemption arc. So
That's okay. On that grind. That's good.
yeah, yeah.
So, are you excited to go to Arm Wars? We'll talk Arm Wars before we talk Mac because I always like bring it up. I think Arm Wars is so much fun, and I think Arm Wars is intriguing for me particularly because I feel like I'm almost getting to Arm Wars level.
Yeah, I would say you are. And I would definitely. I think you're already there, actually.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Then I think Arm Wars is probably. It's probably the most fun I have at events.
Yeah.
I've only been to 2 of them, but it's usually a pretty good time. So.
Yeah, and so I mean that's in April, right?
Yeah, that's in April in I forget if it's Manchester again or if it's somewhere else, but Terrence Opperman's the first match, and then there's a really exciting second match that might happen. So it's a
Okay.
50 of who I get to pull because it's a
Yeah.
it's a battleground. I can't say the name. I know
That's
one of
fine.
them. Yeah, but it would be a good match. Yeah, you'll like it.
Oh, I'm excited for that. That'll be good. No, that's what I love about Arm Wars. It's got that fun aspect. You get to pull a few times. And I've always I stopped in London to fly through, but I've heard that like UK people are a blast. And I know like when I was in Turkey, I was like sat out of the patio with Neil and we were just crushing. Well, I don't know remember if he was. I got pretty drunk,
Yeah.
but I think we were crushing beers.
Yeah, I got pretty silly when I was there too. I think
No, literally, I
really
like in the Green Park Pendic.
yeah.
I drank so many beer, and I'm like, oh, I can just walk to my room now. And then Neil, I was like, Neil, I gotta go to bed, man. Like, but he's funny. Him and James crack me up.
Yeah, they're a pretty funny duo. And Neil, I mean, you can really just sit there and get drunk and black out, and Neil will talk you to sleep.
No, literally, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
no,
with Kyle Hutchinson. Do you know Kyle?
I do know Kyle. Kyle was at your house when I was there.
Oh yeah, he was. I forgot about that. Yep. He was
Yeah, I got
there.
to pull him a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Kyle is really fun. So hopefully he's there again. But the Irish
That'll be
are just
sweet.
crazy. What's that?
I said that'll be sweet.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can probably talk to Neil and see if you can get a spot on the card.
I should message him.
Yeah.
I also want to chat with him on here because I like to. He always is doing his interviews. I think it would be great for him to get asked some questions.
I agree. I think he would like that as well.
Yeah. So that'll be good. And then let's talk Mac while we're talking promotions. I noticed in I think your video, you said you're a big fan of it and you were surprised.
Yeah. So
Um,
I don't like any table changes because to me it's like I don't know if you change the height of a basketball hoop or the height of a tennis net, like it's going to change the game a good bit.
Yeah.
But the way Mac is changing it, I think, is good long term. And I didn't feel too different on it. Like I feel more different on, like combat arm sports pads.
Yes.
Those are like an extra inch and a half further apart. Like that changes the game more than Mac does, I think.
That's fair.
Yeah, because like the being an inch and a half apart makes hooking just like so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Mac was super easy. Then the refing, I think they're going to work out because at the moment, like they still have the WAL stuff. Where, like,
But with a guy like BLM, it's so annoying.
yeah.
Like, and I like BLM, don't get me wrong, but from a viewer perspective, it's annoying because he's like cinched down, like you can't even see him,
Yeah.
and then it's close your thumbs, and as he's closing his hand, he's just going like this. And
I
look
mean,
at the
I was
position he's
doing
in.
a game as well. I do think I got a little bit unfairly treated, but I mean, I don't hate the game. I just think they should have fouled us out faster, like me
That's
or him.
fair.
There just has to be like some kind of enforcement of the law, basically.
Yeah.
And I think Ian talked to me, and some of the refs talked after. They're like, we would get it. We'll make sure it doesn't happen again, right? Like whether you're fouled out or whether BLM's fouled out or whoever, like we'll make sure that like there's actually some rule enforcement. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, with like Global Elite and Mac, kind of the way they're at right now, like it is relatively newer still.
Yeah.
So it's nice when a promoter comes up and says, "I saw this. I will fix this in the future."
Yeah. No, I mean,
a nice
that's
little
what you can
gesture.
ask for, really, right?
So I remember you and I talking in Colorado, and we kind of came to the consensus that it would favor a person who hooks a little bit, not in the way that it's favoring a hooker, but because we agreed that a top roll or a normal table favors a top roll, or what do we say, like 15-20%?
Yeah, a good bit. I think for
A
the
good
heavyweight
bit.
guys, yeah.
But we think that Mac just takes that away, so therefore it would favor a hooker from normal perspective.
Well, I agree and disagree. I think with the current close your hand thing, that they are letting matches start a little bit cupped in and curved. And I think they're going to work on that. But there does seem to be a little advantage for hookers just on the rule set. But the table itself favors top rollers.
Okay.
Yep. And I wish I had a more scientific explanation for why the table does, but it just feels better top rolling.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
I get it. I guess while we're jumping here, so do you know Tough League? You seen it?
Tough league, no.
So there's a league. It's called TAWF, Tough Team Arm Wrestling Federation.
Okay.
There's 4 teams in Canada. There's 4 teams in the
Oh,
state.
I have. Jason was telling
Okay.
me about it. Yeah.
So there's a team out of Florida. Is that something you would be interested in doing, or are you going to kind of?
Only if the other competitors were like interesting, like I mean, if Todd Hutchings was on the team, then 100%, yeah.
Okay, because I was gonna say, like, I know the Ontario team because you'd be like 242 or super because you're good enough for both. Like, there's pork chop. I think what pork chop would be. There's pork chop Bellins on a team.
Okay.
Other than that, like, I think the one team's got Ryan SB. So
Okay. Possibly,
yeah,
but I mean, I also think like there's kind of no opportunities for guys in Florida that are really good, just not quite at East First West level.
you guys are gonna have a good team at that because it's gonna really, like you said, it's gonna showcase people who maybe aren't always seen,
Yeah.
but just because they haven't had the in between platform yet.
Exactly. So like, if I had to take the spot of someone, I wouldn't do it, but I would be happy to be on there if that makes sense. Yeah.
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 No, that's awesome. Huh, well, frick, we're nailing through these. What else do I want to cover? We talked about recovery. Well, so we'll talk about your pulling Bellin in Colorado.
Okay. Yeah. Bellum
So was that your first time you met Bellin ever?
Yeah, first time.
Okay. Him and Philip kind of look alike, hey?
They do. They have that rugged giant.
I know they're both big guys. Like, because Bellin's like not a small guy, by no means.
No, Bellum's like what 6'8"?
Yeah, ish. I don't know exactly what he is, but he's one of them guys you talk to him and he's just gentle for what he looks like he should be, which I find really funny. How were you feeling? Like, cause you did pretty. Who'd you pull in the tournament leading up to that?
So I pulled, I think it was Mega Mike, who was a bit tired, and I flashed him, and then I pulled some other guys, but it was really just him. I feel like, I mean, obviously the other guys were good, but it wasn't like they weren't top 3 good. So
Yeah,
or,
that's fair.
Top 4. So I kind of got a little bit of an easy ride right hand, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what did you feel with Josh? And from what you felt, I guess, where do you see him kind of ending up eventually?
Yeah. I think Josh. So I think he's. I mean, how to word this? He is literally like he has just as much potential as someone like Brian in my head.
Yeah.
Yep. It's just I know he's working and stuff,
Yeah.
And I don't know what his priorities are. They don't seem like they're 100% arm wrestling, but he likes it, it seems like.
Yeah.
So unless it was 100% arm wrestling, I would think it'd be very hard for him to have any like elite level, like top 5 matches in super heavyweight or top 10 maybe.
That's fair.
Yeah, I think if he did take it seriously, I think could easily get there. Yeah.
Yeah. And where felt threatening when you pulled him? Because I know, well, actually, you looked at me when you were pulling him because you're trying to hook him in, and I was like, Josh, stay out, stay out, stay out. And then I let out this cry. I was like, no.
Yeah, yeah. So that was like the one time my hooks actually worked out in a match. Like when I wasn't like tired the opponent out and stuff. Like this whole new style, it actually kind of worked out there because he was so crazy up top that when he tried to cut me in and come forward, it felt nicely in there. But if he knew how to arm wrestle better, that shouldn't have worked. What I did.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Smart, eh? Technicality.
Yeah, but I don't like relying on the fact that my opponent made a mistake. So like,
That's fair.
hopefully I would, if I pull him again, it's much more of a clean, traditional top roll. Yeah.
No, and I think that's the right way to look at it. I actually like that you said that because that kind of leads me into a question I've had. But so at these elite levels, I mean, technicality is so important. What is the percentage base though? Like strength versus technique. If you had to percentile it, what do you think it is?
It's probably much higher technique than people think. Like look at Mendagas and stuff. And some of that technique will obviously lead to strength, right? Like biomechanics. Like, do you call that strength or technique? Because if you're,
Good point.
yeah, so like, if you watch someone do Todd Zoa's lift and their elbow, like we talked about earlier, is all out here, that's not a strength issue. That's because like their technique and their biomechanics are crap. If they just pulled their elbow back here like Todd does, they're gonna improve by like a good maybe even 50%. So to me, like if you had the strongest dude, let's say like 200 rise, like crazy numbers, but he had
Max stats.
yeah, but he had like really bad, like just like all arm technique. Then he would, but yeah, even like I don't want to say names, but you have this at the high level where you have I think Irakli was like twice as strong as Todd Hutchings in some lifts, and it just did not matter because like, and he did it 3 times like that. I almost like started screaming at Irakli. Like I was so upset that he did the same thing 3 times, and I think he trained cup more. But unless you like change your whole technique, all you're doing is cupping in this horrible position. Where
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like same thing, only harder. But it's like at that point, it's almost a definition of insanity, right?
It is, and that's what I feel like Reddit is too. Like they have everyone there is doing the same lifts, like these same either Devin Larratt lifts or whatever, and they're doing the same thing as everyone else in the world, and like none of them are really seeing that success, and it's like it's because you're doing the same crap everyone else is doing. Like you have to differentiate yourself.
Yeah, it goes with any motivational video anyone's ever said. It's like if you do the same things everyone else is doing, you're just going to be average.
Yeah, yeah.
Like go out there, try something different, become not average, and see what happens.
Yeah, unless you're like a genetic freak, right? At that point, you can kind of like do kind of what you want. But it's just a horrible. Like, there's almost been this dumbed down effect of technique where like everyone is either just like cool with taking steroids and getting stronger, or they're not taking steroids, but they see the guys who are taking steroids and like this is how I should be working out for arm wrestling. Like there has to be some kind of technical, I would say, body specific, like connection. Like Mendagas has his move, right? All like Travis has his move. There has to be like this epiphany you have where like you find your move and then you become whatever you can be, right?
Yeah, you can do that to anything in life though. It's like people who have successful businesses. They try and they fail and they try and they fail and they find something that stands out and works. I think the same rules apply to arm wrestling. You need to find what's good for you and then really amplify that.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, and then well I guess one thing I did want to talk about with you is well we already talked about Sandris and Warzinski, which is fun. You know Clifton, right?
Yeah, Clifton's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, Clifton is awesome. Does he send you any of his lifts or anything?
Yeah, his lifts are nutty, bro.
It's kind of weird, hey?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, so he's actually been like doing side pressure with me. We FaceTime at night and we train side pressure.
That's pretty cute.
Yeah, I know, right? But regardless of that, he's pulling Jordan Sill on the right arm.
Yeah, I heard about that. And I think if he does it right, he should win.
Okay. Yeah, I was just curious in your opinion on that. And then, did you watch him pull? Do you know who Victor Belov is from Canada?
Yeah, that was an awesome match, and that's actually how I figured out about Clifton in the first place. Was that?
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, but yeah, he has crazy numbers. I think if he got his technique a little more in line with like an elite level hook, then it would be better. Because he seems like he's still too far under sometimes.
Yeah.
But I don't want to give away anything too much because we talk and he has Jordan coming up and stuff. So
Oh, you talk, so you don't want to kick. No, that's fair.
a little
I'm the
bit.
same way. I
Think
get it.
yeah, I think he has a really good shot of being Jordan though.
That's awesome. No, that's cool. Yeah, man. Well, I mean, that's pretty much. I got two more topics we'll cover. Actually, one more topic, and then I got some people commenting some questions that they want to ask you, and then I won't take any more of your time. But I do videos for beginners a lot of the time, and just like things that I would recommend to do if you were new to arm wrestling. And I
Yeah.
guess a question for you is, if you had to start again, what would you do differently? And along with that question, what is advice you would give to the new guys who are coming in, making the sport bigger? You know, these people that are excited to help grow the sport. What would you tell them?
Yeah, so when I first started, I looked at all the videos and I kind of realized like all these old guys were like, if I only knew I should be doing this, like I would be doing it differently. So I spent like literally all my free time researching like what I should be doing, so I wouldn't have to be like the guy saying, oh, I should have done this, this, and this. So I actually started with a pretty good base. Like I was just doing pull ups, riser, high cop with good form as well. And I think if you want to be good at arm wrestling, you should look at all the top guys, like find out, stop working out as much, and just find out like why Mendogas is special, right? Find out why Travis is special. All these guys who are beating guys stronger than they are, even though Travis is a strong guy, the guys he's beating are like significantly stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah, then try to replicate it and see what you find, and replicate every part. So like the feet, the hips, even things like the thumb. If I grab someone with my thumb coming here, it's going to be much different than I grab them like this, right? If
Yeah,
my
for
thumb is
sure.
in line, yeah, if my thumb is in line with my nails, this is different than my thumb comes around the other way, where it's facing the other direction. And that matters a lot. Like it changes the way you supinate, it changes the way you pronate. These things people like just don't even consider are end up being, or they're born with it, or like they just naturally do. These end up being the deciding factors if you make it usually to the top. So if you're naturally someone who grabs in a way where your thumb is out here and it lowers your wrist and you're trying to top roll, you're going to get stuck in these like weird drag top roll situations. And certain ways you train can make this worse. So like if you do the Devon lift, your wrist is always going to be back, right? And you
Yep.
won't be able to do a proper like cupping top roll because you're always like these muscles are being used in this direction.
Yeah,
So
it's fair.
yeah, if you're doing this in this direction, you lose the ability to cup and kind of come here the same way. Like you're only using the same muscles you have. So for the lift, I think that's the most detrimental thing I've seen in arm wrestling is just people copying these lifts that have no right to be or no reason to be doing it because they're not open top rollers. They shouldn't be open top rollers, but they're training like it. So I would say if you're new, just don't do that and you'll be fine.
Yeah, and I think you nailed one thing. It's too. It's like just because you're new doesn't mean you can't be skilled.
Yeah.
Like there's no reason why you can't be watching videos on these guys and learning this technique quickly and
Yeah.
finding little intricate things that people don't know. If anything, you're going to teach someone who's been at your club longer, someone that you arm wrestle something that they may have never known and they could be pulling for a long time. Like it's okay to level up quick. Just watch the film, figure it out. I would say stay injury free. As two crippled guys here talking, two old
Yeah.
crippled guys, keep your wrists healthy. And then, yeah, well, last question. What is something you try to never skip while you're training, or what's like something that is very important to you?
Playing with the weight. So like I think people go in and they do like 10 reps of like let's say 100 pounds, right, for 5 sets, and like they go in with that mindset, and they'll ignore their body, they'll ignore like any kind of technical aspect of the weight. So like they might do like wrist curls like this, right, where this isolates something, but the arm wrestling is very much a skill based sport. So like if you start doing this, like this will be your movement you're training and you adapt to, right? Where really it needs to be much more cohesive. Like I walk to the table, and when I walk up, I'm setting up the exact same way I will in a match, right?
Yeah,
Then I'll do my lift the exact same way, or some variation like into a press, into something, right? Where it's actually translatable to the table. So I think once you realize that everything needs to be, so even like my rising lift is almost using the exact same muscles as my high cup. Like it's
Okay.
all the same crap. And if you talk
Yep.
to people who pull John, they say like when he hooks you, it feels the same as when he top rolls you pretty much. Like he's not using
Okay.
different muscles. It's just one continuous thing.
Yeah.
But that would be, sorry, what was the question again? I got lost.
Oh, I'm forgetting too. Oh, just one. It's basically something you would never skip while training, which you said you like. You need to get specific and play with the weight and figure it out. I get what you're
More like a
saying.
skill than a weightlifting thing, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Which makes sense. Like it's like I'll go back to basketball again. I already said earlier. It's like someone training their shot, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's a very skill based, not strength. It's you figure out the strength and you amplify.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got a couple people who watch my channel lots commented some questions for you. I got four of them, and then after that we'll call it. But question is from the Drew, and he said, "How much higher do you think like someone's level in arm wrestling could increase if they went full time?" And then I think he also was asking like if you went full time, how much do you feel your level would increase?
Okay, yeah. Hey, Drew. I know Drew. He's pretty.
He's all over.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
is. Yeah, cool guy. But yeah, I think if sorry, the very first part of the question was if someone goes full time.
Yeah, if someone goes full time.
I think like the sport's new enough to where almost I would say 50% of the population could be elite level if they went full time, and
Wow.
they actually like. So going full time can't just be like working out every day. It has to be like studying footage and like actively thinking about it. I think 50% are either like too old or just kind of don't have that kind of mentality. But as long as you're obsessed, like you should be fine, and you're healthy. Then for myself, I think if I went full time, I think I was pretty much full time with Matt. That was kind of my trajectory. Now I train about like 15-20% as much as I did.
Yeah.
But it's still, I mean, I think if I went back full time and I went like really crazy with everything, then I think it'd be very possible to be pretty high. Yeah.
That's sick, man. Well, as much as I know you're a busy guy and life is more than arm wrestling, I'm sure there's lots of people that want to see it one day. I couldn't exactly pronounce this guy's name, but it was like Tadalat or something. He said, "Do you think you can ever become champ in right or left arm?" I feel like I know the answer to this, but ask it anyways.
I don't know. I would say not left arm. 'Cause I don't really care about it. Then, at least at the moment, we'll see if Mac starts pushing more matches for me. I might start caring. But champ right arm, I don't think so. But
Why?
because it's not a focus. Like if it was I mean, look, I'm not a goal oriented person. Like I kind of for most things, I let the path kind of take me. But and there's been champs in the right arm I think I could beat eventually, but I think Devin's really the champ right arm at 105.
Okay.
And I think saying like could you beat the champ, you have to look at who's the champ, right? Like if it's not Devin, then yeah, I think I could eventually beat But I don't know. It's almost like an idealistic question where like people like try to trick themselves into thinking like, yeah, I can beat the champ. I'm going to beat the champ.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I don't know. If I'm not spending my time arm wrestling all day, and I'm doing medical school and stuff, then probably not.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about Devin quick before I jump to the next question. So you went and trained with him. You kind of saw what he does, like obsessed, hey?
Yeah.
And so like I feel like when you think, okay, Devin's the champ versus anyone else, you see like a significant gap there. Is that because of the obsession and just the level of commitment that he has? Or do you think like he's just got something to him, like just the aura is off the charts?
The aura. No, obsession is definitely huge into it, and he has the brain to back it up. So like, we can talk about setup, we can talk about the training process, but like you can say certain arm wrestlers are smart, but they don't have that same ability to be an athlete. Like there's smart people and there's athlete smart people, and it's completely different. It seems like it almost seems like I don't want to say it's inverse, but like it seems like if you can learn a bunch of languages or something, like you lack. If you can memorize real well, you lack the ability to conceptualize almost.
It's like the nerds and the jocks.
It's almost like how like kids can't like do biology, chemistry, and physics. Like they can only do like usually one or two of the sciences.
Yeah.
And like the third one escapes them. It seems like certain people, they're smart normally, but arm wrestling escapes them. Like the technique, the ability to like understand concepts of the body, they don't have it. Devin definitely has that in spades, and he's obsessed, and he's kind of a freak. So
Yeah, kind of. Yeah,
yeah, it's all the above.
fair enough. And then, okay, so this guy's game. I just want to say this to you because I think you would have read it the same way as me. His tag is GAMEROOM. So I was calling him Game Room for like
Wait, R
months.
O O M or R R O
Yeah,
M?
no, ROOM, just one R.
Yeah, it's game room.
So, no, and then he commented on my live the other day. He's like, "By the way, my name is Gamer Oom."
He has to be messing with you, right?
I don't know. He seemed legit, and then he like commented on one of my videos explaining why it's OOM and like gave me the rundown and everything. And I was like,
What was
okay.
the reason?
Oh,
You
I'd have to
remember?
look. I think
Because
it
it's
was like
that
a
real
clan or
horror, and you just don't
something.
even remember him.
No, I remember him. I didn't go that particular, but I just remember thinking, okay, this guy's name is Gamer Oom.
Game room, okay.
But he said, when this is a good question actually. I like this one. When training for a match, do you amplify your strongest lane or do you train to neutralize your opponent's lane?
Your strongest lane should be naturally neutralizing your opponents. So, like, of course, you would train the lane where you naturally, where you neutralize. Just like Mindaugas, his strongest lane is his top roll, right? Which naturally neutralizes someone like Prokopchik.
Yep.
It's one and the same. They can't differentiate. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. And then Luke, he just asked kind of your experience pulling Josh and thoughts on his potential, which we already covered, but he shoot for the moon if he really commits himself. I think one thing that hinders Josh too is he's in Alberta, but he's like so far north, it's like he's not even in Alberta. Like if he was in the States, he'd almost be like a state away. Like that's how far north he is. It's like
Yeah,
7 hours.
that's horrible. I mean, can he move for his job or no?
I don't know. I think it's interesting because like I know he's pretty set up there and like he's got his other priorities too, right? Like he's not, but I it's definitely something to ask him.
I mean,
But
if you
it
could
does
train with
suck.
Matt, Sean, yourself, that'd
He's
be huge.
Yeah, because he trains with Joe Fox is probably the best guy up there.
He's
Who's
just too
good?
small.
Don't get me wrong. Joe
He's just
Fox
too
is good.
small, though.
Pardon?
Joe's just too small.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. And like, yeah, if he came down and could hit Red Deer consistently or
Yeah.
Edmonton and like it would, I think it would be night and day to be honest. Yeah. Do you have any more questions? I guess.
Yeah. So I guess what is next for Sean and Matt?
So Sean, what is next for Sean? I think the next thing for Sean is going to be the Tough League. So on February 21st, they're doing like another one of those prelim proof of concepts
Yeah.
against the Vancouver team. Sean's cut down to 242 now. He's actually pretty slender.
Really?
Yeah,
You're not
he's like
messing with me.
he's looking really good.
Okay. Wow.
And so he's keeping it too. Like he's doing good. He's been that weight for a couple months now.
Yeah. And he's walking around 242, or he's
I might be a little bit heavier, but he's in that realm.
okay.
And he's feeling good. That's I think is what's next for him. And then I don't even know what I can say with Matt or not. I think like the next, I don't think it will be this East versus West, but I would assume probably maybe the next one. And
Left arm.
I'm sure he's gunning for right arm actually.
He doesn't care about left arm, does he?
He doesn't care about left arm. And the thing is his left arm, like, it's so funny. His left arm is always sore.
Is it really?
Like, it's always sore. And then come match time, like, it's sore the day of. Like, and then he'll just go and pull, and, like, he's down 0-2 to Ravacli, and then Devin's like, dude, like, hit, don't catch. And I was like, okay.
It's the most basic advice ever, right?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
he's like, hit, don't catch. And
Well,
that's
I
like,
saw in the
oh.
setup he changed a few things with Rackley, which was
He did, for sure. But, like, just... Yeah, so that's what I think's next for those two guys. I just saw Sean at the Christmas party. We had an arm wrestling Christmas party up here, and he's feeling strong. I mean, he's pretty consistent with it, right?
is he gunning it for like Curtis, BLM, all those guys, Rick?
Well, so that I think he's gunning for Tough because Tough's going to lead to that because Curtis and BLM are on the Montreal team, I believe.
Okay.
They're either Montreal or the Ontario team. I can't remember which one because they did a draft over there, so the Quebec and the Ontario guys all got kind of meshed into two different teams, but like the team doesn't represent where they're from.
Okay, well, I mean, if Curtis wins his East vs. West match, that'd be an easy way to get a spot. East vs. West is beating Curtis.
That's what I'm saying, and you know what? Like it's gonna be interesting because our team's got a lot of good guys. Like we got Josh Bellin, we got the Houghton guys in the Supers. Then we got Sean. Do you have you ever watched videos of a guy named Steven Marcoux?
No.
He pulled it TAL 2. Like a guy had a league called TAL. It was in Idaho. It was where like Justin Bishop pulled a guy from Canada here.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah. And I forget who he pulled, but like he's good. Like he's at that level, and he's kind of making a return for this, which is cool.
Yeah.
So our team's gonna be good. It'll be interesting to see kind of what gets set up
Okay. In Florida, have you guys talked to anyone like Andre, Chance, anyone like that?
for the team.
Yeah, have you heard about anything like that or no?
I haven't heard about any. So I know that like Jason's from Canada, so I think he's getting kind of the Canadian thing set in stone. But there's a Florida team. There's a like a Long Island team.
Like,
There's a Vegas,
Hutchings team or something like Ohio, something like that.
that area I think, and then there's a Vegas team.
Okay. Yeah,
So
that
we
could
kind
be
of-
interesting. I mean, I forget, is there money involved, or how does it?
I don't know what's gonna happen in the actual league. Like they're doing like the proof of concept right now, but I know they're like selling tickets and it's on Fight TV.
Okay, that's pretty big.
It's on Fight TV. Like
Yeah.
we jumped on the TV when it was happening and saw it. And I'm pretty sure like they're gunning for the point where like athletes are covered and then teams get like a prize when they win.
Okay, so really they should be looking for not like the best guys, but the most entertaining guys, right?
In a sense, yeah, because they're gunning for that mainstream TV. You have a team behind you. Like some of the rules are cool. Like let's say I'm a 176 guy, and there's a guy on the other team who's a super who we think is a really weak link. We think I can beat him. I can go up and be the guy to pull him, and I get because it's like 3 weight classes above or whatever.
Yeah.
I'll get 3 extra points if I win.
That's sick.
And so that kind of plays into what you were saying, where we need to see some of these lighter guys beating bigger guys. It makes it interesting.
Yeah.
Not only that, there's a thing called a gamble match. I'm not sure if you get it back if you're successful, but let's say I'm the 76 guy and I'm pulling a guy in the supers. So it's worth like 6 points at this point or whatever. If I gamble that, it can be worth double, so I can get 12 points for one pull.
But if you lose, they get 12 points.
If you lose, it still zeroes out, but you don't get to gamble anymore during the match. So you have to like use it kind of when. But I actually like what you said there. It'd be interesting if you did a gamble match, but if you lost it, they got half of the points that were at stake or something, or a quarter.
Usually works, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
But no, that seems really cool. I'll hit up guys in Florida and see if they're interested. Because we
Yeah,
have so
start-
many guys here. It's insane.
Because I know Daniel Price would be like ideal for that team.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, he's so versatile.
Sharkovich would be freaky
Basically,
on
they're
that
the
team.
same weight kind of like they're all these 220 guys.
Yeah, you need to get some light guys. But thanks, Brad, so much for coming on. It was actually a blast. That was great.
Yeah, it's good talking to you, man.
Yeah, it's good talking to you too. And guys, make sure you like, subscribe, tell a friend, and I'll see you guys in the next video.